This is what it looks like 5 minutes in. This is what the whole trail will look like eventually when they get it done. You can see the lake. This is about 8 minutes in on bike. And this is where the trail turns into a trail. Pretty close to the lake, probably about 12 feet above it. First little hill, not much of a hill. 15 minutes in on bike. Trail gets a little narrow. Lake isn't too far away. Nice little spot. This is up over the first little hill. I'll start going downhill now. Lake's down there a little further, about 30 feet. There it is. Get it. Get some.
Yeah.
About 20 minutes in. Pretty much straight down. So you get to the tunnel, it's right up there. I think that's where this trail is going to come out. I'm going to do the next stage. That's where I just came from. And that's where I'm going. About 25 minutes in by bike. Of course I stopped a few times to take pictures and stuff. About 30 minutes in, including stops and everything on a bike. About 33 minutes in, looks like a little slide. Get pretty steep up there. 35 minutes in. Don't forget that's on a bike and stopping to take pictures. Talk to somebody once in a while. Almost 40 minutes in. On the far side there's some sort of a building over there. Gray and white. Looks like they got some boats and a dock. Getting close to 45 minutes in. A little spot where probably easier on the tires to walk the bike through. Some kind of resort on the other side. Looks pretty large. Got a dock that goes out into the waterways. That's at the 45 minutes in minimum or maximum. If you haul the ass on a bike without stopping much, you get here in 45 minutes no problem. Looks like a slide. It's pretty steep up there on a rock. And this is a little over 45 minutes in. Here the trail gets a little narrow alongside this rock wall. And you wouldn't want to slip here on your bike and get tangled up on your bike because straight down. There's no shoreline to step on or anything. Sure cliff. This is at the 50-minute mark and there's a tunnel right up about there. Looks like an opening. See the trail gets kind of hairy there. Close to the 55-minute mark. That's just straight down right there. When you jump in, you're probably going down 200 feet straight down. Pretty much straight across from that resort with the pier that goes out. Those short tunnels. Been on the road here for almost an hour. You can see there's the other end of the lake. You can't even see the other end of the lake. Got a ways to go. I'll try zooming in here. There you can see how far it is. Ways to go. 60-minute mark approximately. This tree wasn't here last time. Somebody's freshly cleared the branches off of it. Railroad tie. Not sure what was brought in for keeping the trail or whether it was part of the old railroad. 65 minutes in. 65-minute mark approximately. Of course, it would be a lot faster if you weren't stopping, taking pictures. But you can see the road has been widened, all the brush cleared out, and the lake is a little higher. We're up a little higher, so it's probably about 40 feet elevation above the lake. Okay, still at the 65-minute mark, and it looks like there's a car parked down there, so I'm assuming you can drive in. It looks like there's some pavement right there. I'll probably go down there a little ways. So yeah, it is paved here. There's a little road that goes down, and there's some cars parked there. The lake is down there below that road, maybe 20 feet in elevation. And I take it, this is if you come in from the east end of the lake. I don't know how far it is to the end. I might go all the way, find out here. But I'd say that if you didn't stop and just made a steady trek on a bike, you could probably get here in easily less than an hour to this spot. Okay, I've been riding for about 5 minutes on this pavement heading west. And the road that the cars drive in on now is down there right along the edge of the lake. I don't know if you can see it, but it's way down there, right at the edge. And I'm at the 75-minute mark. Don't forget that's with stops for pictures and all that stuff. It says MP30. I don't know what that means, but I just talked to a couple of kids that came in from the east side, either by car or walk, and I asked them, how far is it to the end of the lake from here? And they said like 5 miles. Holy cow, I can't believe it's that far. I've been on the road here for, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 80 minutes or so on the bike with stops and stuff to get here. Alright, 80-minute mark. It's a nice little spot down there. "85 minutes in, there's about a parking spot down there on the other road that you can drive in on. This is Pyramid Peak 3.5 trail, walking only, I'm sure. This is where the road ties in. There's a paved parking spot down there. Ovington it's called. And that would be west. MP31. This is like an hour and a half on my journey. The other road's down there in the woods. And it looks like second growth forest. There are some stumps. But back there were some big trees, so I think it's a mixture of old and on this trail. Old and second growth. Well, there's a deer down there, a doe across the road. A bridge on the lower road that you drive in on. Bridge here. And we're about the hour and 33-minute mark. This is just across that bridge. Private property down there, I guess. MP32. It's been a steady climb for the last 3/4 of a mile. It's not very steep, but it's enough. Starting to wear my legs out. It's about 100 yards past the MP32. It's the other road they drive in. The lake, I haven't seen the lake for quite a while. It's quite a ways down in elevation now. You can hear the cars on 101 on the other side. Anyway, I'm turning around going back. It's just a little past that mile 32. You can see it's going to be a downhill coast for a while. forgot to mention, hour and 45 minutes in. Okay, I'm heading back. It's well, I'll take that back. It is 5:24 and a half, and I'm not going to stop much. I'm at the MP 32, where this bridge is, probably a couple miles from the end of the lake on the west end. Okay, coming back from the 32 mark, took me 45 minutes to get back to this bridge. I figure I was doing a mile every 5 minutes, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 miles. Wow, well, maybe 8. A lot nicer when the sun changes here. That's where the kids are jumping off, right there into the water. It took me 50 minutes to go from the end, from the 32 mark to the beginning of this. 50 minutes. 32 marker. Grand total of 58 minutes to get back from the 32 mark.